All right. I greet you lovers of freedom. If today is the first time of coming across our channel, please kindly subscribe, like, and share. This is Biafra Watchman TV. We are live and we are direct. We are here to set the record straight. And we are here to speak that bitter truth without fear or favor. Week one. You know, this issue of Ibrahim Traore and Burkina Faso, man, it has become black race. It's no longer Africa now. It's now black race issue because across the globe, all the whole places that blacks resides or lives, there is protest going on. There is protest going on in the various continents of the world. And I so much believe that Ibrahim Traore himself will be surprised of what is going on now on his behalf and on the behalf of Burkinabes. What is going on? The kind of solidarity, the kind of unity, the kind of love that blacks all over the world are showing Ibrahim Traore. In fact, I so much believe that anytime he comes out to thank blacks all over the world who came out in their numbers in solidarity for him and Burkinabes, he will be emotional. If he's not emotional, you know it's because he's a soldier. Because I myself, I said in the history of mankind, we've not seen this kind of solidarity. This kind of solidarity, it has not been recorded in human history. In recent human history, the love is massive. The support is massive. And one thing this West has to understand is this. There is time for everything. With what is going on now in the world, they ought to know that their time in Africa has expired. The time of subjugation, the time of milking and looting Africa is over. At least for centuries now, you've been milking one continent. You've been looting one continent. Have you not looted enough? You Western nation, have you guys not looted Africans enough? Have you not? You can see the handwriting. It's no longer business as usual. You guys have tried it in the days of Thomas Sankara, Patrice Lumumba, name them. You guys, Kwame Nkrumah, you guys have tried this thing you wanted to try now, where Ibrahim Traore is. And you see that the children of the people you guys murdered because they said no to you guys imperialists. They say no to you guys looting. They said no to you guys atrocities that you are committing and perpetrating in Africa. All you guys does is to make sure you put a puppet, a selfish and self-centered puppet that you can manipulate the way you guys are manipulating and controlling that of Ivory Coast. That puppet, the way you guys are controlling and manipulating him in the name of democracy. This time around, Africans have learned from what you guys did to Gaddafi. They've learned their lesson and they've said never again. Never again. This is the reason why you guys don't want to give listening ears to African nations that are clamoring for self-determination, like Biafra and Bazoni Elitra and co. That is why you guys don't want to give listening ears, especially Biafra, because you guys, you feel that they will resist you guys' imperialist tendency. That is why you guys don't want to give listening ears, despite the buying, killings. You guys don't want to talk. Even your mainstream medias like BBC, CNN, Al Jazeera, they don't want to cover it. They don't want to cover it. I don't even know if you guys are covering these protests going up globally. Whether you guys cover it or not, it's none of our business, because everybody now in this present AI generation, everybody now is a news broadcaster. So long as you have your smartphone, and gone are the days you guys, like to peddle whatever narrative you guys feels like that will suit you people, imperialist interests, you will project it in the media. Gone are the days. Now, whatever that is happening now in this very world, people who are right there will be giving first-hand information. They will be giving first-hand information. Gone are the days people normally go and tune in CNN, BBC, or all these nation local news, who are puppets to you guys, to you West. Because that the narrative you guys want to sell is the only thing you guys will broadcast in their various stations. But these days, it's no longer so. There are many social platforms that people believe social platforms more than you guys stations or media. Because they know, bad as it may, you guys must twist the narrative. You must twist the narrative. Ibrahim Traore have ended you guys neocolonialism in Africa. Ibrahim Traore have ended you guys neocolonialism in Africa. It's over. The game is up. Even that U.S. Army general that made that careless statement, he himself, what he's saying today, he never saw it coming. And anywhere he is, he would take this thing, that utterances he made against Ibrahim Traore, as the greatest mistake he has ever made in his life. Look at African leader. Look at the that of Uganda. Somebody who is close to his 6 feet below, still coming out to contest as the president of Uganda. Somebody whom we know that at his age, he is, seeing his ancestors. His ancestors are communicating with him. In other words, he is close to his grave, yet he had rendered Uganda useless. You guys are not seeing him. Are we talking about Nigeria? Look at how is it the extradition judicial buying going on there. Look at how, despite the resources in that country, people are suffering, people barely eat. You guys don't see the one that left office and the one in power now. But during the time of Jonathan, Obama made series of careless statements. Obama vowed that Jonathan must leave office. That keeping Nigeria one is a task that must be accomplished. Keeping Nigeria one. Despite all the whole complaints, Biafrans have been complaining because you have this imperialist tendency. You have interest in mineral resources you will loot in Africa. Even when people are clamoring that we are tired of this union, yet you said that keeping that union one is a task that must be accomplished. The game is up. The game is up. And Biafrans, we have to be honest to ourselves. We have to be sincere to ourselves at this very point in time. You see this revolution that is about to take place in Africa. We have to do what? We have to capitalize on this revolution. Because something is about to happen in the shores of Africa, especially Black African nation. Now, there is this belief now that West, if you are from African country and you are aligning with the West, time shall come and very, very soon, any country that aligns with the West, you will be seen as the enemy of Africa. This is the very stage the whole thing is going into now. Because if you watch how people came out in numbers to protest and to support Ibrahim Traore, if you watch what people are saying, if you are following the event of what is going on now, you will know that time shall come. If you, not even time shall come, the time have come that if you have anything to do with the West, your fellow blacks will be seeing you, or your fellow African nation, one will be seeing you that you are not serious. Also, they will be seeing you as the agent of the West. We have to advise ourselves now. We Biafrans have to advise ourselves now. That truth, we don't tell ourselves. I don't know whom will tell that truth. The reason why we have not gotten our freedom is because of this West. That's the pure truth. That's the fact. Because of their interest in Africa, I've said this thing and I will keep saying it. Why they are attacking Ibrahim Traore today is because he is resisting them now and he is opening the eyes of other African countries, of which we all can testify that Ibrahim Traore have opened the eyes of the blacks all over the world, not even the Africa. Even Jamaica, they are doing protests in solidarity. You will watch the videos here, all the protests going on. You will watch the protests here. This one is across the globe. So we have to advise ourselves now. Tell yourself that be the truth. Forget about pretense. There's nothing to pretend here because we are involved in this. Our interest first. And what is that our interest? Our interest is what? The restoration of Biafra. And who are the people that will help us in restoring this Biafra? I've said it before. It's Eastern Bloc. You know, forget about the news that Abuja regime carried that Russia, whatever, you know, want to partner with damnation called Nigeria and fight for terrorism or whatever. Listen, Moscow is not aware of that rubbish. Moscow, let me just break it down for we Biafrans to understand so that you will not panic seeing that news. What they did, they know that we are looking towards the Eastern Bloc. They know, they are on media. They are on this very social media. So they try to see if we have any connection with the Eastern Bloc, with Moscow. That is why they go there to see if they will welcome them, and of which, what do you expect Moscow to do? What do you expect their high commission in Nigeria to do? They can't just tell them no. They can't just tell them no. Or you want to tell me that Moscow is not aware that Nigerian government are the direct sponsor of terrorism? You want to tell me that Moscow is not aware, or the High Commission in Nigeria is not aware that Britain owns Nigeria. And Britain is one of the nations that is giving them tough time in Europe. We all knew the role Britain played in this war that is going on between Russia and Ukraine when Boris Johnson was there. We all knew the role this Britain played. Moscow knows that what is sustaining Nigeria, what is sustaining Britain is from Nigeria. There is no how Moscow will share intelligence with Nigeria. Because if they do so, they will know their intelligence they are sharing with Nigeria, that Britain is getting all those intelligence. So we shouldn't panic. They themselves want to know if Biafrans have any link with Moscow. They want to see if you all could remember during the BRICS summit in South Africa. They went to South Africa uninvited, even said they want to join BRICS, but they turned them down, of which when you talk about BRICS, Moscow is the one championing that BRICS. They turned their offer down. They know that they are coming there as a spy for Britain. So what I'm saying is this: we should not deceive ourselves now. If we continue to align with the West, time shall come when other African nations will not take us serious. Time shall come when other African nations will be seeing us as the enemy of Africa. Because this protest now, it looks as if it has, the case of Ibrahim Traore looks as if it has opened the wound. You know, the wound that is trying to heal, and you hit your leg on a chair or on a stone. You know the pain. You know the pain. That is what is going on now. Africa, or Africans, they are trying to forget the pain of losing our revolutionalists, especially that one of Gaddafi. Check all the protests going on. They keep mentioning Gaddafi because Africans never rose up in defense of Gaddafi. That is why Obama and his fellow imperialists could take away Gaddafi. And this man, Gaddafi, was trying to make sure, pushing this project of unification of Africa. This European Union you see today, it was the brainchild, the brain idea of Gaddafi. He wanted to unify Africa so that Africa will have one currency. All these borders, they will remove borders. They stole that idea from him, put a strong discord, and make sure they plant puppets in various countries in Africa so that that dream will not come true. At the end of the day, they went against Gaddafi and buy him. Or in the name of Gaddafi have stayed long in the power, that authoritarian or military regime is no longer fashionable. Now look at the democracy there now. Look at the kind of democracy they buy Gaddafi for Libyans to have. Look at the kind of democracy. So what I'm saying is this: Biafrans will have to wake up. You see, this is not, you see this unnecessary emotional sentiment that we always exhibit. We have to put it aside now. We have to put it aside if we want this Biafra. We have to face reality. In this very case now, in this very issue now, nothing like wishful thinking. We should remove wishful thinking now in this very case and face reality. Reality is simple, that the West will not allow us to be free, because they know that we, the Biafrans, that technology, you see technology, we are the people that will liberate Africa in terms of technology. Before, it was two tasks that before Biafra: liberating Africa from neocolonialists and putting Africa in the global map when it comes to technology and economy. But as God may have it, God is now using Ibrahim Traore to liberate Africa from neocolonialism, or from this neocolonialist. He is fighting that fight now. The role of Biafra now is in technology. If Biafra is restored now, you can see what our people are doing, the invention. You can see it. How much more Biafra is restored and will map out a huge sum of money in invention. Imagine, just 10 years, even 5 years is too far. We will start producing our own car. Now it's no longer all these electric cars and these things. There is one in vogue. No longer this one that is using gasoline, petrol, and whatever, gas. This one is electric cars. If we happen to restore Biafra now, 5 years even too far, we'll start manufacturing our own cars. So Biafra, when it comes to technology, Biafra will be the one that will lead in technology. As God is using Ibrahim Traore to liberate Africa from neocolonialism, we should do what? Prepare ourselves and, key in to the reality of today. And the reality of today is that African and blacks all over the world are seeing Westerners, West now, as the enemy of Africa. And if you continue to align with the West, they will start seeing you not only as a puppet, but also as an enabler of the West in Africa. I want you guys to watch this video. Watch how the protests are going on. I greet you all. Peace and love. We have to face the reality. We have to face the reality. I don't care to know how far we've gone with the West. You see what is going on now. MNK is the citizen of Britain, being the West. His incarceration, even we all could remember, was it in 2021 when Boris Johnson was still in power? He invited the one that is ruling, the one in control of Abuja regime, and also that of Kenya. He invited them to turn down the street. We saw the video, we saw the picture, to tell you that these three countries collaborated in what happened to MNK. They are complicit. Kenya and Britain are complicit in what happened to MNK, their citizen. Up till today, their citizen is in solitary confinement. You all saw what the PM is going through now. Does it mean that Finland don't know the history of Nigeria, knowing that during the first Biafra war, they themselves, Finland helped Biafra during the first Biafra war. And we all could remember when Simon submitted dozens of documents. We will see the volume of the document he submitted to Finnish government. He has been to Finnish parliament. He notified them. Look at what Nigeria is doing, that he is embarking on self-defense. They know all these things. They are aware of all these things, but being that they are West, this tendency of imperialism is in them. Though they don't have any country they colonized in Africa, but there is something in this West that makes them to to be always gravitate towards, negativity? Does it mean they don't know the antecedent of Nigeria? Are they not aware of NSAS, how this Nigeria buy their own citizen, even with their national flag, singing their national anthem, buy them with live bullet in a cold blood? Does it mean Finland are not aware of that? Are they not aware of how Nigerian state has been buying their own citizens? Are they not aware? We have to tell ourselves truth. We have to face reality. We have to face reality. See this West. I don't care how far we've gone with them. These guys cannot help us. No need of putting hope where there is no hope. No need of putting hope where there is no hope. We have to go back to our drawing board now. We have to re-strategize to get results. I greet you all. Peace and love.
They killed Muammar Gaddafi during the reign of Barack Obama. Here comes our own Ibrahim Traore during this intergenerational war which have threatened that Africa must unite. And now they want to eliminate our own Ibrahim Traore. Our parents were silent during the reigns of Barack Obama when they assassinated Muammar Gaddafi. Do you think we Africans youth, we shall agree and stay humble when you want to intimidate and kill our own Ibrahim Traore because you want Africa to be dependent and Africa to become a nation rather than having sovereign nations that claims to have democracy and just imperialism affecting our nations? That's why these nations, useless, stupid nations that we are bonded, that we are bonded in a certain map which doesn't exist. That's why we are poor every time. We want Africa to become a nation and Ibrahim Traore is the leader. And the African leaders won't say anything. Not even the African Union. They will say that, I don't know, democracy. There is no democracy in Burkina Faso. And democracy itself is the fate of poverty in Africa. We want a sovereign nation called the United States of Africa. Aye. And how do we join the Burkina base in this war? We want to join Ibrahim Traore and protect him. We want to become the leaders of our nations, and Africa is our business, and this is the place and the land that we shall raise our own children. Touch Ibrahim Traore, we are marching forward, not even marching. Can you recruit us in the army of
Ibrahim This is the message to the French and American governments. Hands off Ibrahim Traore. We are watching from across the globe. We are watching. We don't need to be in Burkina Faso to stand up for our great... All right. We are... yeah.
Oh, it was your face.
All right. No. Yeah, so yes, we don't need to be in Burkina Faso to be standing up and in solidarity. We're right here in the UK, and we're sending not only a message to the French and American government, we are sending it to the UK government and all other governments across the globe. We are watching. Anything happens to Ibrahim Traore, there's going to be hell to pay. Anything happens to Ibrahim Traore, even if he dies of natural death, natural causes, we're going to be suspicious. And 10 times the amount of people that are out on the streets today will be out in rioting. If anything at all happens to Ibrahim Traore, let the message be loud and clear and unequivocal. Yes, we're standing in solidarity with our wonderful brother, Ibrahim Traore, and the people of Burkina Faso. Yes, let's see if I can get the front of this, see where I can... Ibrahim Traore! Traore! Yeah, I'm done. Traore! 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 Ibrahim! 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 Rup, 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 rup! Traore! 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 Yes, Lord, bless, bless, bless. Traore! 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 At least a couple thousand people out here today to stand in solidarity with Burkina Faso. Once again, this is a message to the French and the Americans. Hands off! Stop telling lies about Ibrahim Traore, about he's stealing the gold from Africa. Look how long the West have been pilfering our natural resources. Our children in Africa are living in starvation instead of living in Palestine style lives, living as kings and queens and princes and princesses. Africa, the resources of Africa feeds the world. Without the minerals from the Congo, I would not have a use of a mobile phone or digital technology. But yet still, we see starvation in Africa, in the Congo. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Julius Malema and the freedom fighters, the economic freedom fighters in South Africa, they're not going away. They are coming to power. One way or the other, you're going to see the rise of the black man and the black woman on the continent and in the diaspora. This is our time. You can't stop it. And I'm not just talking to the enemy in white skin, I'm talking to you Negroes. You sellouts. You traitors who spend your days dreaming about seeing your own people destroyed. Imagine a mentality like that, man. People working night and day to undermine other black people whose only aspiration is to see the total liberation of our people. But with your small peanut mind, your small peanut head, you think that you are to be in control of everything and everyone. Foolish people.
When people demand water, they get shot at and killed by the government. When people demand better living conditions, the response of the state is to kill those people. We're fighting against that. When the students demand free education, they get locked up by the regime. We're fighting against that. We're fighting for equality in our country. We do not want to replace white supremacy with black supremacy. We want to create a society where all of us exist as human beings and not as white and black. We want to restore the dignity of the African continent and position Africa as an equal partner in the world economy and international politics. We want Africa to be like Europe. We don't want Europe to treat Africa like it is its own subject. Africa's time is now. No one should continue with the exploitation of our minerals without our involvement. Not even China will be allowed to recolonize Africa. We are called economic freedom fighters because we want any foreign direct investment to come and invest in Africa through our own terms and to the benefits of the people of Africa. It might be a dream. Some might think it's not real. But we know we're going to achieve it. For because this dream is not just a dream but a generational mission. It's a generational mission we are not prepared to sell out. We want to restore the dignity of African people. We want to ensure that African people are equal partners in trade, in politics, in every subject that the world is debating. We want to follow in the footsteps of Nelson Mandela. Because Nelson Mandela, when he left his term as a president, he said the struggle continues. He said so because he knew that political freedom without economic freedom is incomplete. People cannot eat a cross. People want to put bread on the table. So, like many African leaders, we have committed not to betray the dreams of those who came before us. Like many African leaders, we want to unite the people of Africa to have a common agenda and common purpose. We want Africa to unite and Africa to reclaim its land and its resources. The EFF speaks about expropriation of land without compensation because we know that when the land was taken in Africa was through genocide. Why would we reward genocide? We cannot reward genocide. But we want land because land guarantees us of the sovereignty of South Africa and the African continent. We cannot claim to be Africans, yet we have nothing to show as a proof that indeed we are Africans. For because we do not even have title deeds to prove that we are the owners of the land, we have nothing to show. When you go into mines, it's multinational companies. When you go into banks, it's multinational companies. When you go into monopoly industries, it's multinational companies. We cannot even own and protect our own agricultural sector with our fertile land in Africa. Because Europe and the entire developed countries use Africa and South Africa as a dumping site. Every lower grade food get to be dumped in our countries, undermining our own agriculture. When we say those things, we are called communists, we are called anarchists, we are called radicals, because we must continue to bow before a white supremacist. We're refusing that. We're refusing to bow before imperialism and colonialism. We want a total control of our own country and our own land. We in South Africa, black and white, we coexist as people. When we fight colonialism, we do not fight white people. We come from a bad history of apartheid, where white people have exploited us for far too long. Yet, we have extended a hand of friendship. There are many others who are still refusing and still wanting to act as if we live in the apartheid era. Those do not deserve to live amongst those who want a united South Africa, black and white. It is of their own problem. We are not going to be an international home of racists. We're not going to be an international capital city of racism. We refuse that black people must still bow before white people. And that does not mean you must go away. We are going to reverse the legacy of apartheid through robust engagement and not through pretentious arrangements. We are still hating. We have seen people dying before us. We have seen many, many children killed by apartheid regime. Yet we came out and said, we remain brothers. But there are those who are refusing to show remorse and wanting to perpetuate that which happened during apartheid times. We owe no one no apology when we say South Africa is no home of racists. And racism must be fought everywhere else, including here in Oxford. It must be fought everywhere else in New York, where black people get to be shot at by police at will without serious action. We need a world that recognizes human beings and not color. It starts with me. It starts with me, particularly if you are white. You need to stand up and say, not in my name. We are a new generation. We need to usher in a non-racial international society. Racism has got no place where democracy.
Of all the resources Burkina Faso have, they've not been able to build even more than 5,000 kilometers of road. Today, as we are speaking, when our politicians go around building first coach, second coach roads, he is building asphalted overland roads. How many years? And today, the person that is building roads, the person that is giving hope to the people, we have some people coming from nowhere to tell them that, you know what, we are ready to give you life. In fact, if they want to give life, they should go to Congo, they should go to South Sudan, they should go there, and the mess they caused there, they should go and put it together, take it back to their country. Enough is enough. We are ready to rise up and say, enough is enough. It is now. They can never keep us in the fear or the circles of imperialism. No way. We are ready to detach ourselves and say enough is enough. And this is the time that African youth need to read through the lines and see and realize the truth. The same way they did to Nkrumah, they use the same people. And this is a warning that goes to all African leaders. Yes, that they sit back and allow themselves to be used by the imperialists. Exactly. Anytime there has been any elimination of any African good leader, it is great. They use our own people against us.
Just as they are doing right now. In Ivory Coast.
We are sending a strong warning to the Ivory Coast leader. The president of Ivory Coast. If you are a brother and you sit down with our enemy, you become our enemy. Simple. We are not our brother again. Warning to them. Warning to them. And we are sending a strong warning to the president of Ghana. To send a strong warning as far as diplomacy is concerned, to the president and the consulate of Ghana for Ivory Coast, that enough is enough. We are never going to sit down and allow this to happen again. If we believe in African unification, If we celebrate 6th March, which is our independence, that Nkrumah actually linked it to the total liberation of Africa, we are saying today that as he is a president, he should respect that quote of Nkrumah and also believe in the vision of Nkrumah by sending a message to the Ivorian president that, my brother, you are stepping on the toes of the lion. Don't do this as a brother, because if you do, we are never going to sit back and watch you.
Thank you. America, enough is enough. We don't not touch Ibrahim Traore. We don't not gonna touch him. We don't use Obama. And we don't bomb up it. We don't bomb up down so and take the Gaddafi from away. We don't not gonna touch Ibrahim Traore. And enough more people don't touch the way. Donald Trump and you, Mr. Langley, or where you want to name, the captain, you need to understand. So the spirit of the ancestors are here. And the long time black people are hold back. No, we not hold back. If you touch Ibrahim, you touch Jamaicans. You touch the real Africans in Jamaica. And every American in Jamaica needs to be careful if we don't touch him. And we're serious. We're dead serious.
Very serious.
We're very serious.
Very, very serious.
And I'm not talking to him.
No, I the king that.
Yeah. Oh. Repatriation. Oh, the most. Yeah. See there, boy. See there. See there. Ibrahim Traore. Oh, see there. Oh, yeah. And we stand for business in Jamaica. And we not left. We just come from Hero Circle. And we there just across from American Embassy. And to Oldness, Mark Golden. The whole of us are out there, but we know who side on the depon. They think we don't know who side on the depon. We know the whole of the MP. We should have out there with the MPs, one of them. And the AC, a plan for thief more money. And a drunk up. They think we are playing. Oh, them depon job. Them not depon no job, them depon the job for thief. Oh, Ibrahim Traore. Every Jamaican should have out there, sir. Every Jamaican. We are defend Ibrahim Traore all the way from Jamaica. And that's the message we are sending throughout the whole of Africa. To Jamaica, yeah. Representation. Every Rasta there. A Rasta for run the country. And them real. All our fake Babylon people in our system will need to come out. A criminal. Oh. One for all for one. One for all for one.
Not a lefty, just for the Rastas.
Yes.
Pioneer the forefront of this. This concerns all Africans. Any destruction plan for the destruction of Africa concerns all of us.
Yes.
And we are set. Church pastors, we ask you Sunday morning,
Yes.
Sabbath, return to sender. Return to sender. Any destruction of plans. You decide not only to become concerned about my state, but the upliftment and liberation of all Africans.
Yeah.
And anything of plan, negative, just a return to sender.
Return to sender. Boy. See people up there. Life. Life like a wire. See people up there. Leave Ibrahim Traore on the go America. And a Jamaica next. I think we are playing. We don't send CIA agents and all kind of people to destabilize people's economy. We're sick and tired of UNO. America and France and Europe. We don't go revolution.
Red, white, and blue.
Revolution.
Got nothing to do with you.
Revolution.
No red, white, and blue.
No red, white, and no blue.
Red, green, gold, and green.